The trash is piling up. I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Tiffany Drastic, and today we're in Philly. The city's largest blue-collar union, AFSCME District Council 33, nearly 10,000 workers just went on strike.
Woohoo!
Yee! Trash pickup, 911 calls, public pools, summer transportation. A lot of stuff is going to be affected and right before the July 4th weekend. At the center of the fight is pay and dignity. Workers want higher wages and full health care, and the city said, take a hike. Nice.
Oh, boo.
Boo. When the powers that be tell essential workers that their power doesn't matter, we're left with no choice but to reclaim that power. When essential workers stop, the country pays attention. This is what taking back our power looks like. This is what the power of the people looks like. Right?
That's right.
Thank you. And this is what happens when you demand more. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. And I love this. And, first of all, just, if you've been a fan of this show, you'll know that this is a pro-union show.
Pro-union.
I'm a vested Teamster, so I fully support my brothers and sisters out there in Philly. And listen, they're going on strike for a reason. I've never seen a group go on strike because they were just being brats.
Because they're happy.
Yeah,
What?
Clearly, they've been underpaid and underbenefited for quite a while, and they're taking it back.
For a really long time.
So
long time.
Tell us, let's dig further into it.
Yeah.
What is going on? Because this will affect lots and lots of people, and I hear things are going to get quite crazy over there.
Oh, the mayor came out and said, residents, don't put your trash out. Also, no recycling.
No, put your trash out.
Don't put your trash out in a city the size of Philly.
Okay.
And hey, if you do want something to be done about your trash, we're going to open 63 temporary centers to deal with that, and you have to drive it here yourself.
That is, okay, that is never going to happen.
So the residents that paid their taxes for all this shit to be working are the ones that are being punished now?
Ridiculous. And there's how are you going to get, some of the elderly folks or folks who are, handicapped or something like that, and it just can't, everybody can take their trash.
What if you don't have a car? You're supposed to take your 6 bags of trash on the train?
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So what is going on?
The real tragedy of the whole thing is the 911 centers are, first of all, they're already overworked. They're going to move 200 police officers to the 911 operations centers to handle the overflow of calls. And they're telling people, don't hang up. We know you're on hold. Just you want me to be on hold while my fucking life is threatened?
So 911 operators are affected. They're going to bring in police officers to handle some of the calls.
Yes.
Oh, that's not going to go over great.
Yes. And the school programs that everybody takes advantage of during the summer because we work. Anything that has to do with the crossing guards, if you want to get your kid to and from safe to these programs, good luck.
So listen, well, apparently it's got to be done. I mean, what else is going on?
Well, they're not asking for anything crazy. They want full health care coverage, like we had back in the day. Because as a ex-union member, that's what we had.
I had fantastic health care.
Yeah, me too. Everything. Yeah. I mean, I understand the times are different, but these things have been whittled away and whittled away and whittled away. And they're asking for... It's really not a lot. This is also after the mayor, in her first 100 days, gave herself a 9% pay raise and everybody on her staff. And now there's no money to pay the union.
Unreal.
Huh.
Wow, the fucking balls.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Wow. What else?
Anyways, I'm really pissed about that. They want increased monthly contribution rates, right?
Mm-hmm,
Not too much to ask.
Yep.
They want the city to pay their family members, survivors of workers who died on the job to have lifetime medical.
Yeah,
right.
Come on, yes.
The person died working for you. Can you take care of their kids' health shit?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you gave yourself a raise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also want uniform and tool allowances so employees don't have to buy their own shit.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. This is a true story. Back in 2010 and 2011, I worked at the county of Tillamook, Oregon. It's a little beach county in Oregon. And I worked for the road crew. Basically, I paved roads for about 6 months, which I loved. I couldn't gain a pound. And but the great thing about them was they gave us a bunch of money to go out and buy brand new boots, jeans and different stuff we were going to need, because they knew by the end of the 6 months our clothes were going to be completely unusable because they'd all be full of asphalt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm crawling through a culvert. Could you pay for the boots I have to do that in, please? Thank you.
I built a bridge, and for like 2 weeks I was on my back. I mean, listen, you're going to mess your stuff up, and they totally took care of us. That was the right way to do it. So that's not too much to ask that they can get some allowances.
Because that's what a union is for, to collectively stand for one another for when these out-of-touch elitists try to knock you over and tell you, what are you going to do about it? And then all of us show up. That's what we're going to do about it.
Absolutely. And I would say that the $35, I was in a union for, I think, somewhere between, it was like 10, 11, 12 years, something like that. Yep. And I was in the Teamsters. I think I paid about $35 a check or something to that effect for my union dues. And it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And let me tell you just a really quick story, very briefly. I was on the negotiating committee when our contracts came up. There was about 4 of us. I worked for a beverage distributor. I worked for the Red Bull team, Red Bull energy drink. We had our own sales force, and I was one of the guys. It was back in like 1999, 2000.
Ooh, the 1900s.
Yeah, it was early on. I used to tell people, friends of mine, I live in Oregon. I used to tell friends of mine who lived in Missouri, they go, what do you do? I go, I work for Red Bull, this energy drink. They'd never heard of it because Red Bull came to America on the West Coast and worked its way east. Anyways, I was on the negotiating committee, and when you go, I'll tell you what, the owners of the company I worked for were the nicest human beings on earth. They worked side by side. They got their hands dirty. The owners got their hands dirty. They lifted cases. They humped kegs. They did all the stuff. But when it came time to negotiations, and we sat across from them in that table in that hotel, room.
It's not show friends. It's show business.
Show business. And I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I'm like, you know us. Why aren't you giving us these measly? We know how much you're making.
That's all it's about.
So listen, even your best friends can.
Yeah, that's so badass. You were in the room.
Oh man, I was there, and we eventually we had to go to arbitration, which means finally a federal arbitrator had to get involved because we couldn't come to an agreement.
Okay.
So we started having our meetings downtown with the federal arbitration, and after a few of those, we came this close to striking. And we worked it out. Everybody basically got what they wanted. We had to give it a little love.
Of course. That's what negotiations are.
The union is there to back you up.
That's right.
And I was always glad to have them behind me. I couldn't advocate greater for unions. It was worth the $35 a check for me.
Same. I was part of IBEW, Local 48. Thanks, you guys.
Ba-boom.
It was like $32 a month. We had one contract negotiation, and we walked out with everything because they were like, do not piss off the people in charge of this brand new thing called fiber optics.
Oh, yeah. Right back in the yeah. So, so these folks that are walking out in Philly, this sounds like it's a huge union, 10,000 members.
10,000 members. And this is after they sat down for a 16-hour negotiation session, and the talks just broke down and they walked out. And if this union this size is like, that's it. We're going on strike. It's bad.
Yeah. First of all, I highly support everybody go out there and support this strike.
Yes.
Support these guys on your social media and wherever else you can. Please support
Power
these
to the
guys.
people, you guys.
Power to the people. What
all
else
the way from Portland. We're all the way standing there with you guys.
That's right. What else should people know?
Well, there's 2 rumors.
Oh, rumors. I love the rumor.
And I'm not condoning or not condoning said rumors. I'm just merely saying...
She loves rumors.
What is happening out there? If you cannot get to the 63 places that they've opened up to deal with your trash, if you spot a young group of guys coming along with pickups, $5, they will take your trash to the trash centers for you. And there's a lot of groups getting together, getting a little side hustle on. You wanna make some money this weekend? Go pick up people's trash. Go pick up Gladys's trash. Go pick up Mandy's trash. Who just called in the other day. Yeah. Do somebody a favor. It helps move a little money along. It helps move the trash out of the city because no one's coming to save us but us.
Hey, man, when things shut down, side hustles begin.
Well, that's how this country was built.
What's the other rumor?
The other rumor is... some people are taking it to the front steps of City Hall. That's just what I heard. That's just what I heard. I'm not saying.
Oops.
I'm just saying.
It's not littering if it's your
Hey.
trash. So some folks are...
When it's on the
okay.
sidewalk, it's public property, right?
Right. Well, so folks, be aware that this is going on. This just started today.
Yes.
In Philly, it's the largest union in Philly.
And there's nothing more American than coming out and standing with your fellow workers on Independence Day weekend. Let's go.
Let's go. Please support them on social media. We want to hear, have you ever been in a union? Are you in a union now? What's your experience like? Give us a call at the People's Hotline, 503-212-4600. You can also email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. Folks, please like and subscribe this video. And if you're listening to us, please give us a 5-star review. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so by going to thedangerousones.com. That'll kick you over to our Substack where you can become a paid subscriber. Until then, be safe, get into good trouble.
Good trouble, you guys.
And remember, we are all the dangerous ones. Go Unions!
See you this weekend.